Hey, we'd like to take a minute to thank our sponsor, Isotope, makers of software and plugins for audio repair, mixing, and mastering. We use Isotope products here at the High Gain. It's an important part of how we've been able to bottle pure podcast gold week after week. And guess what? Isotope offers 1 free month of Music Production Suite Pro, which has all the tools you need to mix, master, and repair audio. Also, you can get 10% off all other software using the promo code FRET10. That's FRET10. All of this is at isotope.com, IZOTOPE.com.
Hey, this is Ed Peterson.
And this is John Kieltyka.
This is the High Gain Podcast, guys.
Yes, it is the High Gain Podcast.
What are we going to talk about, John?
We're going to talk about guitars.
That is great. We should talk about some real early adopter shit in this one. You know what I'm saying?
The early adopters. Adopt or go home.
Yeah. I am really excited about this episode.
It's going to be pretty good. And we've got something new here for you.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, new-ish.
New-ish.
Yeah. All right. That's great. I'm gonna open this beverage that your lovely wife gave me.
Open that beverage drink.
It's
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Yep. Clementina. Last time I had that pineapple thing and it kind of freaked me out.
Okay, this is pretty good. It's an orangey flavor.
Good start.
Yeah, early adopters.
Yeah, I came pulling up here.
Yep.
In my DeLorean.
Yep.
I hopped out and I hopped onto that little wheel that I ride around on, the single wheel electric thing.
The Flintstone wheel.
Yeah, I was drinking a Soylent beverage.
Yes.
And I pulled out of the gull-wing door of my car a Parker Fly.
A Parker Fly guitar.
Yeah, I'm also wearing my toe shoes.
Of course you are.
Because I'm an early adopter like that. I want to get on the bandwagon.
Are you wearing your Google glasses?
My glass holes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're that guy.
Yeah.
You're early adopter, dude.
I play my prog.
Proggy?
You know me. Sucker for the prog.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. There's a blues scale.
Yep.
And then there's like a lot of scales that are like not DeLoreans, but like...
Ionian.
Oh.
Dorian.
Okay.
Phrygian.
Yeah, Phrygian. I'm bored, but guaranteed dudes that play Parker Flies, they know all those scales.
I think they do. So guess what guitar we're going to talk about today?
The SG. I love it. My favorite guitar. No?
No.
That's the thing. Some of our friends have been letting us borrow some, is wackadoodle? Is that an unfair characterization of the Parker Fly?
I don't know, but I have a quote for you.
Okay.
When Keith Richards first saw the Parker Fly.
Keith Richards from...
Rolling Stones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said, it's a great guitar, but does it really have to look like an assault rifle?
Oh, the P90 is it's a gun.
So we've got a Parker Fly here. Now, we've alluded to the nuttiness of this thing, but in fact, this guitar has its beginnings in more humble instruments.
Okay.
What do you know about the lute?
I think like Game of Thronesy kind of bullshit. I think real old school.
Yeah, dudes in tights and jingle bell hats,
Right, exactly. Yeah, jingle bell hats.
So the lute in the Middle Ages, that thing had to project. And when you're making any kind of resonant instrument, it's important for the whole instrument to vibrate to project.
Okay.
The wood has to be super thin, wafer thin.
Really?
And barely held together.
Okay.
The best violins, like if you look at them wrong, they'll fall apart. They just are made for that resonance.
Yeah, sure.
So the Parker owes a little bit to the lute.
Okay. It is light.
You know how light this is?
I would bet that thing is 5.5 pounds.
It is 4.5 pounds.
Is it really? In comparison, there's a lot of 8-9 pound guitars out there. So half of what a normal guitar would weigh.
Yeah, so Parker is named after the guy who designed it, built it.
Bobby Parker.
Bobby Parker.
Billy Parker.
No, his name is Ken.
Ken Parker, whatever.
So he goes to school and he's doing woodworking and stuff. He's going through that program.
Is he an engineer?
No.
He's literally a woodworker?
Literally a woodworker.
Huh.
And he came up building instruments, all kinds of instruments, lutes among them, but not at first.
Okay.
Ken Parker starts out making lutes and working in the grandfather clock factory.
Tell me what Ken Parker is doing today.
Ken Parker
is
alive.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Kenny.
Yeah, he's
All
65.
right. Young man, he's got his life ahead of him.
That's right, he does.
He is not retired.
Nope.
This episode is already
It's
one
great.
of the best.
So this is the Parker. I'll play the obligatory A chord.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Yeah, whatever again. That's something.
So real quick, I can be on the neck pickup.
Yep. Okay.
I can be on the bridge pickup.
Sure. Yep.
If I go in the middle position, it coil taps them to the inner coil of each one.
I don't know what that means.
What that means is it turns those humbuckers essentially into two
Single coils?
Yeah.
That's what coil tap means?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
And
And two of them. Two strap pickups instead of two humbuckers.
That's what it would turn it into effectively, yes.
Yeah, neck, back in the neck.
Yeah, back in the neck.
Okay, back in the bridge. Yeah, okay, great.
Yeah, so this thing, wow, where to even start? This thing looks like a spaceship.
No, I think Keith Richards might have been onto something. It looks closer to a N16. It's got the weird handle on the top to carry it by, and
Everything about this guitar was made for lightness and balance. This thing has strap pegs like lots of guitars do.
sure. Jesus, this is not your guitar, John.
See that? I'm holding this guitar up with one finger,
Good radio.
and it is balanced on my finger roughly in the same position it would be when I play it.
If you're playing that thing like a real dickhead, neck up and just
Sha-na-na.
sure. Yeah, you look real cool. Yep.
These are actually made out of wood. You wouldn't think so, but they are. They are made out of very light woods, like basswood, poplar.
I love a nice poplar, though.
Oh, who doesn't? It takes paint so well. Oddly, this guitar isn't painted.
That guitar does not look like or feel like or resemble in any way something that is made out of wood.
And here is why.
Tell me why, John.
What Ken Parker realized was to get that resonance
Okay.
that you wanted,
Yep.
you needed to have all kinds of bracing under the top of an acoustic guitar or thickness in the case of a solid body electric guitar.
Tell me more about the thickness. Is that like
Thickness.
THICC? That's how the kids spell it. Did you know that, John?
No.
Yeah. THICC, thick.
Thick.
You know?
So it was all about promoting that resonance. But he realized you could put an exoskeleton around this thing. So this entire guitar has an exoskeleton. Ed.
Exoskeleton.
Yeah, you know what it's made out of?
It is made out of paint.
Carbon fiber.
Is it really?
Yes, it is. He came up with that idea because
Okay.
he knew a guy who built racing boats out of carbon fiber, sometimes fiberglass.
Right.
But carbon fiber.
Carbon fiber is really expensive.
Yes, carbon fiber and glass. In the case of the fretboard,
Yeah.
this fretboard is made of carbon fiber and glass. So what does that mean? You're not cutting slots in it to set frets in.
Slots.
These frets are actually glued on. They're glued to the surface of the neck. You're not cutting a slot in that.
I might fucking cut the shit out of that thing.
Let's do that right now. I've got a saw.
Chris,
I've got a saw right here.
our buddy Chris let us borrow his expensive Parker Fly, and I don't think we should cut his guitar.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. And sorry.
Thank you, Chris. Yeah.
One thing that happened when
Yep.
they did that fretboard out of the carbon fiber and glass and the stainless steel frets
And the glue.
and the glue, it effectively never wears down. Will you ever need a refret on this? Nope. Will you ever play divots into the neck?
Yeah, right.
Nope.
The neck is crazy flat, and it plays really, really well. I actually told a friend we were going to be doing this, and he said exactly kind of what I thought. It's like, man, that is a really cool guitar that I would never be caught dead playing.
I think we're all in the same boat on that one. I feel
Well,
that,
not all of us. Our friend Chris, but I think he drives a DeLorean.
you know what I would do?
What?
If I had a gig
Yeah.
and I had to borrow a guitar,
Yeah.
and I borrowed this one, how do you offset this? One word, lederhosen. Yeah.
I was thinking confidence.
German Alps with the hat with the feather in it,
Yeah, I mean, oddly, that probably works because
or a bunny suit.
great.
That would work.
Great. The headstock on it's weird.
It's got Spurzl locking tuners. So rather than having to wrap the string around the string post 10 million times and then
Yep.
try to really quickly do the thing,
Yep.
you put the string through the hole in the string post and
Yep.
then tighten down a nut behind it.
Oh,
and it's locked, and you just tune it right up.
great. Ken Parker, Kenny Parker, still alive. He's
Yep.
65 years old.
Yep.
He lives in Parker, Minnesota.
Sure, if that's what you call upstate New York. Yes.
Okay, Parker, New York.
But that was not always so.
Oh,
When they get all the wrinkles out of this thing, they start up a company.
okay.
Kenny Parker and Larry Fishman. You know, the Fishman pickup everybody gets put in their acoustic guitars?
Right, right.
He develops the onboard preamp for this thing.
He develops the onboard preamp.
Yes.
Because we're talking about a computer. Why is there an onboard preamp in it?
I'll tell you why, Ed.
Okay.
Do you want to know why?
Well, kind of.
Okay, I'll go through it real quick. First off, this thing is stereo.
Oh,
If you have a stereo cable, you can send out a signal to two separate amps. One signal is coming from the humbuckers, the pickups. The other is coming from piezo pickups located under the saddles in the bridge.
huh? Yeah, okay.
So I'll show you
Okay.
what that does.
Uh-huh.
Does this?
Wow. What? Huh? Because there's no distortion there, but it's got kind of that rattle to it.
Well, there's some distortion in my amp, but
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah.
just the pickups underneath the bridge.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and they have their own volume and tone.
Is that what that back one is?
Yeah,
That back
It's a concentric pot. The top half is the volume. The
tell me more about this concentric pot.
I think that isn't that when everybody agrees.
Okay. Consensual
Oh, yeah,
pot.
Yeah, consensual.
Yep. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of people will use that for more of an acoustic tone.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Oh, Kenny Parker. Whoa. All right.
Not only that, there are electronics from each of those pickups going into the preamp that amplifies it going into a PA or a cab or whatever it might be. So now in the back, I mentioned it could be stereo or mono.
Like so. Okay.
So right now I'm in mono because I didn't feel like plugging into 2 amps. And
Yep. Fucking around.
yeah.
Fucking around with all
So
that
it's not
bullshit.
just all going to 1 amp, but you
Sure.
can switch that on and off. So it's not an either or proposition. If I go doink,
Yeah. Do that.
now I'm on the piezo and the humbuckers. And I'll show you how. So if I turn down the...
Oh, that was yeah. Okay.
So turn down the humbuckers.
Yep. Yep.
Now-
I got you.
Now I'm going to turn the humbuckers back up.
Okay.
Now I'm going to turn down the piezo.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
So you can basically blend.
Yeah.
Or if you want both. Yeah, so it goes like this. Piezo pickup only.
I love these guitars, like the Hagstrom, and where there's like so many goddamn knobs and switches, you have no idea what you're doing.
Yeah, as far as I know, Parker himself is not Swedish.
Okay, Parker knows what all those knobs and switches do.
I think he does.
Oh,
Yep.
really?
I think he does. You know, this thing also has a tremolo.
A whammy bar. We call that a whammy bar in the business. Whoa.
And it's really sensitive and good at
Whamming.
whamming and coming back in tune. But there's
Sure.
there's a little something different about this.
Okay.
On the back, there is this little rocker switch. So
Rocker switch.
it allows you, in combination with this wheel, there's a
Rocker switch and wheels
Yeah, there's a wheel that
on
goes.
the back of the guitar.
Yeah, that goes, and the wheel goes all the way through the body to the front. I won't go into the details, but
Go into the details, John. Okay, don't go into the
I'm not
details.
gonna-
I don't want to know. Don't bore me with the
I'm
details.
just not that detail
Okay.
oriented.
Yeah.
You can put this thing in down only mode, which means you can go.
Okay.
You can put it in down and up
Down and up.
for your whammy pleasure.
Sure.
You can even lock it so it's like a hardtail,
Oh, okay.
which is pretty good.
It's real good. It's real good. You've got to be like a scientisty. Like I picture a dude in a lab coat playing that thing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Is the dude in the lab coat wearing toe shoes?
Of course. Like yes, he's in a lab coat.
Well, I
What
think
else would he be
it goes
wearing?
without saying.
Yeah.
He's got a pocket protector.
Absolutely. Real fucking Poindexter motherfucker, this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, none of this intimidates our man, the scientist.
No, you're telling me that. And this Parker dude, not trained as an engineer, he's using carbon fiber, crazy electronics, preamps,
Well,
and he's a woodworker.
Fishman's the electronics guru.
Tell me about Larry.
Well, Larry went on, as you know, to make pickups that go into acoustic systems.
Tell me what Larry's doing today.
Larry is very much alive.
Oh,
Isn't that great?
this episode. I love it.
Firing on all cylinders.
I love it.
With all of this in tow, all this weirdness,
Yeah.
let's start a company.
93, we had Bill Clinton,
First term.
pre-blowjobs.
Yeah.
Pre-
Cigars.
Monica Lewinsky incident. Let's not
Pre-dress.
let's not get into that.
Yeah, let's not.
Because, I mean, he did things.
Oh, he did some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
So, yeah, 93.
93.
Well, you
What
know
else?
what else 93? The grunge.
Sure.
And you know, all the grunge dudes, they were nutty for the Parkers.
You know what happened in 93?
They were not nutty for the
A
Parkers.
lot of people were fucking in like late 92, early 93,
Yeah.
had kids that then became One Direction, the band. I think maybe,
There was-
I don't think they're all the same age, but I think at least 2 or 3 of them were born like in 93, like in that 25-year-old.
It makes sense that the world would be thinking that way in
That's
93
what I'm,
because
that is what I'm saying.
well, because before then you had Tipper Gore and the whole anti-music with obscenity in it.
Right. How crazy is it that Al Gore's wife, Tipper Gore, is like putting stickers on albums so kids can't buy them? That's dumb. Come on.
Yeah.
Be liberal. I don't know what she up to.
Oh, she loves One Direction.
No, she doesn't.
You don't know.
I
That's the world we find ourselves in 93. Mm-hmm. People are fucking.
yeah.
The grunge musicians are there.
Right.
Bill Clinton is being Bill Clinton.
Yeah, doing stuff.
It's crazy.
I love it. And here comes Kenny Parker. Here he comes. If you're going to play that guitar, you've got to do weird ass scales and just get sciencey with that thing. I don't think that's what I mean. You need to play science music.
Yeah, I guess so. Very sciencey.
Yeah.
So they start the company.
Great.
They move it to Wilmington, Massachusetts.
You know who's from Wilmington, Massachusetts?
Who?
I don't know. But Andre the Giant, you know that guy?
He's from Wilmington?
He died in 1993.
93?
Yeah. Can we get a bell?
Can you imagine a guy like that
Yeah.
with a Parker?
Oh, that would be great. Gone too soon because, died the year that thing came out. So they start making flies in 93.
They start making them in 93.
Yep.
They're doing okay. They're managing to get some endorsers, but most people are skeptical. Everybody generally agrees that they play beautifully,
Yep.
that the electronics are quite forward-thinking, and the idea of blending a piezo pickup with humbuckers is really versatile.
And it's not crazy uncommon, right? Like, I mean, now.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, sure. And they have guitars now that have modeling in them.
Slowly, artists start picking them up.
And then putting them down.
Yeah. Hit me with all of these famous Parker Fly enthusiasts. I'm ready. Convince me.
Don't think I won't.
I'm ready.
You like Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Not really. No. I think
So this is Dave,
Frusciante's is
well,
amazing.
This is Dave Navarro.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, he started singing. I had to turn it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was called My Friends off the One Hot Minute album in
Okay.
1995.
Sure, Dave Navarro.
Dave Navarro. Period.
Shirtless with his fucking nipples pierced and probably toe shoes. You know what?
What?
I saw the Red Hot Chili Peppers in a bowling alley in Omaha, Nebraska. This was pre-Navarro. Tell me more.
David Bowie? You like David Bowie?
Yeah, sure.
He had some weird stuff going on in the 90s there. In 97, he puts out an album called Earthling. His guitarist was Reeves Gabrels.
There is a lot a lot going on right there. That solo is probably way more interesting than you could tell in that little section.
You know what I think happens with a lot of these guitars, maybe more with these proggy spaceships,
Yeah.
is that they play really well, and they have a variety of settings that will give you a good palette of tones.
Sure.
But maybe the people that choose to play them are on that end of things. So once you swamp it with effects and production,
Yep.
are you going to listen to it and say, oh, that must be a Parker? I can hear it. It's a Parker.
Oh, right. That could have been a Telly.
Yeah.
It could have been a Strat. It could have been a Les Paul. I think more than that, there are just clearly acceptable guitar shapes. You know, like people know the Strats and the Telecasters and the Les Pauls and even kind of Explorers and Flying Vs. And you get outside that comfort zone of guitars that have a 40-year plus lifespan of that body style, they're weirded out. Like,
Right.
oh, that's new and I don't like it.
Yeah, it makes you wonder how many people would play this guitar in the studio, but
Or-
never go out on the road.
Or you could take everything in that guitar, all of the electronics and the carbon fiber, and tweak the body to look just a little more stratty, and people would probably just be like, oh, cool.
Yeah, and the problem would be then you're sacrificing one of the premises of the guitar, which is greater balance, lighter weight.
Yeah. The hollowed out on the inside of the body,
Yeah,
it is not very comfortable to me.
I should say, listeners, that the back of this body is concave,
Yes.
which is perfect
Yeah.
because the front of my gut is not. So it's almost as if the guitar, when I'm sitting
Yeah.
with it in my lap, is kind of lovingly wrapped around my gut.
Right. I don't know. I don't.
Could it be? Have we hit on something? Have we broken news
Is that thing built for?
for fatties?
Well, come on. Let's not body shame.
I'm owning it myself.
Right.
I'm saying, is it built for me?
Right. Thick.
Yes.
Thick with two C's.
Yes.
Thick. I mean, maybe I did not find it very comfortable to play. Like, I could not really find a specific position that it felt really good to me.
They're doing pretty well with this. Or
No,
well,
they're not.
No, they're not.
They've got pierced nipples,
But they're-
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
And the David Bowie guy.
Yep.
In 2002, they decide, hey, let's make a bass.
I don't even know. Is there more models than the Parker Fly?
Yes, they had a whole variety of models eventually. Man, they even made one called the Spanish Fly. Isn't that clever?
We can't just let that whole Spanish Fly thing just go under the radar. Come on. That's terrible.
Spanish Fly.
Ugh, dumb. Okay.
The very next year, 2003?
2003. 2002, my daughter was born.
Really?
Yeah. What's going on in 2003?
They sell the company.
Banner year.
Yeah.
Post 9/11. Some shit was kind of not great. Right in that 2001, 2002.
Yep.
Bad vibes.
I think so.
Bad vibes. So they sold their company.
Yep.
Did he have a sinus infection?
He did not have a sinus infection, but I think he was ready to be done. So it's acquired by the U.S. Music Corporation out of Chicago. They are the company maybe most known for Washburn guitars.
I could not identify a single Washburn. I don't know. Like, is there a cool Washburn?
Nothing comes to mind right now.
Great. All these Washburn enthusiasts are going to start, you know.
Washburn is an older brand, and
Sure.
they did parlor guitars when they first started, and they were pretty nice. They are not without their nicer instruments.
Sure.
So 2003, they sell to U.S. Music Corporation out of Chicago.
Yep.
At the same time, Muse,
The band.
the band Muse,
Yeah.
they're playing Parkers.
No.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Yes. Sciency. Yep. Yeah. I mean, that
You know what it sounds like
It's
to
not-
me? It sounds like if you two and Radiohead had a fist fight.
great. Yeah. Maybe.
And they go along like that for a few years. The Chicago boys are making guitars.
Okay.
Kenny's gone. When do the Chicago boys hit their stride? You know, how many years before they get the lay of the land and, you know, put their own mark on it and do a thing?
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck.
2009?
I was almost there.
You were almost
What?
there.
You got me. Okay. 2009. What's going on then?
The Chicago boys have had enough.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
so-
that didn't last long.
So they sell it.
Let me do some math.
Yep. 2003.
Minus, it's 3 minus.
Carry the one. Carry the one. Carry the one.
6 years.
Okay, 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah, they sell to Jam Industries.
2009, they sell to Jammers.
Yeah, the Chicago boys give it up to the Jammers.
I don't know anything about this Jam Industries.
They are a Canadian conglomerate.
Fucking Canadians.
Yeah, I think they're French Canadian.
I'm sorry.
The worst. The worst. Is Ryan Reynolds Canadian? Deadpool?
He should be.
I'm sorry.
Like, man, Paul Schaefer, he's Canadian.
I'm
Paul
sorry.
Schaefer is Canadian. That's true. That Justin Trudeau cat, is he?
Justin Trudeau is he French Canadian?
I'm sorry.
He speaks French. He makes a big deal out of that.
You know what he knows how to do? He knows how to fall. You can just be like, hey, excuse me, Prime Minister. Can you fall down those stairs for me? He falls down.
You think his security detail is really into that?
I wonder if he's done that to freak out his security detail. Oh, my God.
That'd be great.
Prime Minister down.
That would be great.
And then he gets up and says, sorry.
I'm sorry.
So Jam Industries, they own all kinds of musical interests.
Canadians. French Canadians.
Among them Korg, the Korg boys. Yeah.
You know what I was doing before I came here?
Playing a Korg.
Yeah, I was. I did not know that Korg was a Canadian company. I might.
Well, they are owned by the Canadian conglomerate. So the Jam boys own Parker, but the factory's still in Chicago.
Sure.
But it's neither here nor there.
The factory's in Chicago. Okay, so they never moved. They didn't. Okay, great.
Yeah, it's great until it isn't.
What do you mean until it isn't?
The Jam boys, the Canadians?
Yeah.
2016?
Uh-huh.
They shut down the Chicago factory and ceased production of all Parker guitars.
I'm sorry.
They're not made anymore.
They're not made anymore.
The fucking Canadians.
Yeah.
Suddenly, this whole trade thing that we got going on with the Canadians, our partners to the north, fuck those guys.
Yeah, well, and the interesting thing is they tried to make a go of it by doing what they called refinements.
That doesn't sound good.
It doesn't. In an effort to keep the thing going, they changed features in favor of things that would be cheaper to produce.
Cost savings. Great. People love that.
Yep. So the little wheel that goes through the body?
Yeah.
Yeah, get rid of that. So among Parker enthusiasts, you have those that talk about pre-refinements versus a refined Parker.
Oh, okay.
And if you go on the Google machine, you'll see that there are people that will argue strenuously for both sides. No, the refined ones are better because of this. No, the pre-refined ones are better because of
Who
this.
the fuck are these refinement dudes? Who are these apologists?
Yeah.
I'm like
This is a 1997 pre-refined deluxe.
Yeah.
This is from their heyday.
Yeah.
Remember Living Color?
I saw those guys play live.
At the bowling alley?
No.
They put out an album in 2017.
Okay.
And not only does Vernon Reid play a Parker all over it, but he was one of their endorsers. There is a Vernon Reid model Parker. Pretty good, huh?
Yeah, not. Yep.
And that was an album called Shade. That song was Freedom of Expression.
We were talking about that CBS thing.
Yep.
What did we do at lunch today?
Went to CBS?
No. What did we do at lunch? Shit.
Oh,
this isn't a trick question.
Oh, we went to Thunder Road Guitars.
Oh, in West Seattle, Washington?
Yeah, thunderroadguitars.com.
Yeah, we went there. They had just got back from Montana. They did a road trip to Montana, and they came back with 50 very old guitars.
Yeah. So we just had to go take a look at the Montana collection.
That 68 Telly, I like it a lot. I could probably trade a couple of things. I could do some stuff.
You could sell a lung.
Yeah, exactly.
You could donate sperm.
Right. I was thinking more sell some guitars. But
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. I was just trying to think outside the box.
Right.
Well, the story might not have such a sad ending because people are still playing them.
The market for those things is bonkers. God damn, you can't get one for less than $2,000.
This very same guitar, you look it up, it's about $2,000. 1997 Parker Fly Deluxe Black.
Yeah.
Go look that up, everybody.
Well, wait.
Okay. Okay, you got it?
Did you look? $2,000, right?
Yeah, $2,000. But they weren't cheap even
Yeah.
when they were new.
Carbon fiber is super expensive, I thought. They put that shit on race cars and, like you said, speedboats.
Yeah, it's meant to reinforce. Yeah.
And the whole body, the neck, the headstock, there's no seams anywhere on
That's
that
right.
thing. It's got 24 frets, and you can get your hand.
I'm holding the back up so Ed can see that there is no seam
just
where
smooth.
the set neck meets the body. They've thinned it out
Yep.
so that you can not only get up there, but you don't have to do gymnastics.
Yeah. Yep. Guy like you. Yep.
And you know I play up here a lot.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you are not on the 24th fret, you're basically not playing guitar. Right?
Maybe based on the fact that people are still playing them,
Yes.
that the prices for used instruments are still robust.
Right.
People are buying them.
Right.
If you go to the Parker Guitars website, they do say that new models are coming in 2018. Now, we're already halfway through 2018, so who knows? But maybe the Jam Boys.
I'm on Parker Guitars.
Yes.
To our loyal Parker Guitars enthusiasts.
Ooh.
The Parker guitar lineup is currently being updated for the re-release in 2018. That is pretty weird.
To sum up, toe shoes aren't going anywhere.
No, God bless.
That's
no,
good.
they're doing great.
Yep.
Toe Shoes and Soylent, DeLoreans, and Parkers.
Yep.
Those are all bleeding edge. That's bleeding edge technology.
Google Glass.
Yep.
Flintstone wheels.
People are probably like, what the fuck are they talking about with the Flintstones wheels? But we're like coastal elites, John. We are out here on the bleeding edge of civilization.
Yep.
All right.
All right, then.
Is there anything else?
I don't think so, Ed.
Okay.
Where can people hear more about the high gain?
They could go to thehighgain.com.
Nice.
They could go to the Facebook page.
They can go to Instagram,
They could go to Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah, they could buy a T-shirt.
Buy a T-shirt.
On thehighgain.com.
.com.
Yeah.
You know
I
the Instagram feed?
Yeah.
Ivanka Trump followed us.
Yeah. We blocked her.
Yep.
We blocked her, so
She's super blonde.
I think it might have been a bot.
I'm sorry.